What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another YouTube video, and today I'm quite disappointed in myself. I am quite disappointed. Today we are watching The Joker 2. Today we're taking a look at Joker 2, which is a new movie which came out, and everyone is shitting on it. Everyone is hating it. Everyone is saying that this movie is garbage. Everyone's saying that this movie is utter trash. Everyone is saying that this movie shouldn't have been made, that this movie is absolutely diabolical, and the first one was so much better, and the second one was such a letdown. And a lot of people are saying loads of bad stuff about it, and I'm not here to tread old ground. I'm not here to sort of talk about, like, how shit this movie is, because I actually liked this one. I fucking hated the first one, and I only watched this one just because I watched the first one, and I put time and effort into the first one, so I'm like, I might as well finish the series. This is supposed to be the last one, and I'm running out of movies to watch anyway, so I decided to watch this one, and I actually fucking liked it, and I'm disappointed in myself for liking it, but this is Joker Folie et Deux. Sorry if I said that wrong. I have no clue how to actually say it. But it is a musical thriller which is 2 hours and 18 minutes. It has a 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb and a 32% Rotten Tomatoes. You can watch this on Amazon Prime, YouTube, and Google Play. Struggling with a dual identity, failed comedian Arthur Fleck meets the love of his life, Harley Quinn, while in car created at Arkham State Hospital. So how this movie actually goes is with Arthur Fleck being in prison. He's in prison, and the guards don't like him. The guards give him ciggies, whatever you want to call them, cigarettes, if he's funny, if he tells jokes. And he's constantly asking for cigarettes, and he's constantly trying to make the guards laugh so he can get these cigs. And he's going to see a psychiatrist who thinks he has dual personality disorder, where there is a second person living inside of him, and that person is the Joker, and this comes from his mother being abusive. Unfortunately, that's not the case. That is the story that they're running with, and the story which they hope will get him, like, no life sentence, and will get him the help that he needs, because everyone suspects that he has it, but he doesn't, and he admits to not having it in the end of the movie. So spoiler alert, but you clicked on this video, so you deserve it anyway. He then goes to this music class where he meets Harley Quinn. They try and run away together. He ends up in, like, isolation. Harley Quinn gives him false promises. He believes them, and, you know, his, like, lawyer is like, yo, she's lying to you, dog, like, this isn't you. They go to the trial, they're sort of losing the trial, and Harley Quinn steps in and is like, hey, you need to fire your lawyer because she's shit, represent yourself, and he does, and then he turns it into, like, a joke. He turns it into, like, a theatrical spectacle. He turns it into a Joker. He turns it into the death of the Joker, and he makes it funny, he makes everyone laugh, he gets everyone on his side, and he's still convicted because he only really gets his followers hyped up and riled up, and someone car bombs for him to escape after they announce that he's gonna get his, like, the electric chair, so he runs away. He gets caught in the end because Harley Quinn says that, oh, you're not the person that I thought you were, you're not actually the Joker, fuck you, I don't want to be with you. Harley Quinn then kills herself in the end, which is weird. And then Joker gets stabbed, like, a good 5 times by the actual Joker, and that's weird as fuck. Like, he gets stabbed so many times by the actual Joker, and that's it. Like, he gets stabbed, by the Joker, and then, you know, when he does get stabbed by the Joker, he dies, and that's how the movie ends. And people said that he got, like, raped in the movie. I didn't see that, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't pick up on that. I didn't think he ever got raped in the movie. I don't know why that rumor was spread around. I didn't notice that. I'll pick up on that if it did happen. I didn't get any information on why that happened. Like, that completely went over my head if it did happen. But everyone's biggest complaint was about the songs. Everyone's biggest complaint was how it turned into a musical number every 3 minutes. Now, I think that's the movie's biggest strength, because it shows the sort of inside of his brain. It shows the inner workings of his brain, because these sort of dream sequences, these song sequences, are songs and singing. People express themselves through songs and through music all the time. That is, like, what music is, an expression of people's emotions. So them going into this song world, being on stage and singing these songs about love, connection, going somewhere, doing something with your life, is his fantasy, what he thinks is going to happen. And it's his worry, it's his trauma, it's his issues, it's his hopes, it's his dreams, it's his aspirations, it's what's going on in his mind, and it reflects how he's feeling, how he's thinking. Because we do see Harley Quinn shoot him, and that's him being worried that she's going to turn on him, that's him being worried and paranoid that she's going to leave, and guess what? She does leave in the end, and then we keep flashing back to that moment where she shot him. And again, it is done really well, I think. I think the songs are really good and quite catchy, and they use the same songs over and over and over again. It's not like a new song every time. There's only 5 songs max in this movie, and it is like Harley Quinn's song. It's like her leading him on. It's her getting his attention. The music is really well done and really assists the story in this one. I will admit, I don't agree that this should be marketed as a DC movie. I said that about the first Joker movie. This is not a DC movie. This is not the Joker, and this is not Harley Quinn. This is not the Harley Quinn and Joker that we know and love from DC Comics. They are completely different people. This is not my Joker and Harley, and I want my Joker and Harley for 2024. Bring back the OG Joker and Harley. But I'm not saying this is a bad movie. Just because it has DC's name slapped on it doesn't make it a DC movie. And I feel like this would have been a good standalone movie. It's just because it's tried to tie in to DC, it set people's expectations up, set people's expectations high, and then brought them back down. I saw a lot of people complaining, even I complained about Harley Quinn. And that was just my initial reaction as soon as they announced that they were changing who she was, taking away her core personality, not this gum-chewing, hyperactive character. And it should have twigged in everyone's brains, but everyone did complain as an initial reaction. But Arthur Fleck was never really a Joker-esque character. He was never really like the Joker. He was never really the Joker that we all knew. So it was understandable that this Harley Quinn was also not going to be the Harley Quinn that we all know and love, and that we all sort of recognize and resonate with. It's going to be a different character. Lady Gaga was absolutely used to her fullest potential in the singing, and I do think she's a good actor, but she didn't give enough time to shine whilst acting. They only utilized her for singing. And I do agree that the acting that she did do was really good, and Arthur Fleck's acting was also absolutely impeccable. His acting was great. I did say his acting was one of the better things from the first movie, and he did definitely carry that over to this one. And I don't know why people are hating on this movie so much. I think it is phenomenally better than the first one, and I do love a good musical. I love a good musical, and I went into this movie being ready to shit on it. I was coming into this movie being super stoked, super excited, ready to shit all over it, ready to sort of rip it to shreds and just be like, hey, this movie's shit, I don't like it, this is why. And I was watching it, and I was sort of watching it while scrolling on my phone, because I'm like, I'm not going to like this. And then I started to put my phone down and go on my phone less and less as the movie went on, and it really did hook me with this sort of court case, with the whole court aesthetic, and with him flaunting around the courtroom as the Joker, and him sort of building these relationship up with the guards, and building the relationship up with everyone that's in this sort of area. It really did make it a really good world-building movie. They built up the scene, they set everything up really well, it had a load of good payoffs as well. Everything that they set up had a payoff. Everything that they brought in was used in either the first movie or the second movie, so it did tie everything up quite nicely. It does feel like a little bit of an odd turn to go from the first one being a normal movie to the second one being a musical, but I definitely think the musical aspect of it made this one much better than the first one. It gave it a little bit more personality. It gave us something that we haven't really seen with one of these types of movies before. It's given us something that we don't normally get with these psychological thrillers or these sort of psychotic-esque characters. We don't normally get them singing musical numbers or being in these musical-esque places. I heard a lot of people saying that it was like a Disney movie with all the songs. That's complete bollocks. They're just not appreciative of the story and the effects the music has on the story. and I'm upset that I'm defending this movie, I'm going to be honest. I agree, I went into this movie wanting to hate it. I wish I could hate it, but unfortunately my stupid simple brain is like, this movie's good. This movie is good. And I'm gonna defend it. I'm not gonna die defending it, because I can't bring myself to do that. I can't bring myself to stand on top of this hill and die defending this movie. Just because of the first one putting a really shitty taste in my mouth, I can't defend it with like my whole heart. But I will still point out its goods. I'm not saying it's perfect. I will still agree that it does have its flaws. Like, again, I don't like it being branded as a DC movie when it is nothing to do with DC. The only two characters in this one was Joker and Harley. They didn't do a random visit to, obviously, Batman, and they didn't do a random visit to, like, Penguin, Joker, Scarecrow, Two-Face. They didn't build a rogues gallery. They didn't build, like, a load of villains in this one. They did just stick to the one character of the Joker. It's not the story that I would have told if I was writing a Joker movie, but then again, I don't write movies. That's not my forte. That's not what I'm good at. But I can't help but give this movie any less than like a 7. Like, this is a 7 out of 10 for me. This is a decent movie. It's not one that I watch again and again and again, but it is still a decent movie, and I think it definitely deserves a little bit more credit than what people give it. I definitely think people should go back and watch it with fresh eyes and give it a little bit more of a chance, because I heard a lot of people walked out when the song started.